Alright, legendary time, legend gang, it's Ty Simone, and I'm back with another Twerk Your Work session. So today is Thursday, May 4th, 2023. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Bro, I missed you. This channel is to uplift and inspire my legends through intuition, tarot, and convo. So if you're interested in any of those things, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any new videos. Alright, so hold on, because I definitely wanted to be on time today, so I'm looking a little rough. Today's been a busy, blessed day. blessed and busy day. But I am ready for this live. Actually, I don't want to flash at all. Let me see. Got my notebook. Okay. Got my notebook because today we are going to be talking about the Hierophant and a random card. So I'm gonna give people time to come in. I have everything ready. We got the Hierophant. I got some notes to share, and I also have some affirmations to share for the Hierophant. So I'm really excited about today's live. I'm nervous because it's the first time I prepared for the Twerk Your Work session. So I do hope that it goes well. I'm really excited though. Hold on, let me find these. Wait a minute, because I know for sure once upon a time I had wrote down some, here they are, wrote down some affirmations. There we go. Marilia, legendary time girl, welcome to the live. I was just saying, fully prepared for this live today, and I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm like, damn, because I really wanted to do my edges before I came live. Ooh, but just bear with me. So the oh good God, I'm nervous. I'm not nervous. Yo, that awkward. I hate when, I'm not gonna say I hate it, but I'm adjusting to not being nervous when I go live, like not talking myself into being nervous or feeling nervous, or like stumbling over my words, because I know exactly what I'd be wanting to say. I know exactly how I want to say it, and then I see myself and I'm like, whoa, it's happening right now. So I feel like that energy does kind of play into the Hierophant, because the Hierophant, let me show you all the cards. So I got two cards that two decks that we're using today. I have the Modern Witch Tarot, the one I normally use, and then we have the Rider-Waite deck. So the Hierophant is overall a spiritual leader, a spiritual teacher, or like a consultant of some sort. Let me see. Don't be, thanks for taking this suggestion. My pleasure. Thank you for giving me a suggestion to take, because when you said the Hierophant last week, I was like, okay, I got you. I was super excited. So I'm still really excited. I just have to work out these jitters because they were not helpful. But yeah, so I do feel like that plays into this role where the Hierophant is a leader of some sort. But I feel like well, I know that in addition to being a leader, they're usually, how do I want to put this? Like I said, they're a teacher, they're a leader, they're a master. I took out 4. Dang! Oh, bet. Do you want to come live? Do you have them with you? Are you going to share them, or you just took them out? But yeah, so the Hierophant is usually a leader, a teacher, a spiritual guru, healer, consultant. Like, this would be like somebody that would be like back in Game of Thrones time. What do they call it? The right hand, or the hand to the king type thing. Like, this would be that type of person where this person has a lot of influence. They may not always be in the spotlight, but this person has a lot of influence, a lot of power, a lot of knowledge. Like, a lot of knowledge. So usually they're depicted like teaching others or in front of others. Like, this person is a public speaker, or they'll they'll communicate their ideals and their beliefs and where they stand and all of that. Like, they're that type of person to do that. I feel like this, Yanni told me not too long ago that this is not the real peace sign. Like, this is supposed to be peace. And then I noticed that they're actually doing that hand gesture, that hand symbol where it means unity and like coming together. Why do my fingers look like God? I gotta do some finger yoga. But yeah, so I noticed that they were doing that. So I feel like they bring peace, or they are a peaceful leader, peaceful person in the upright, allegedly. I feel like what else? There are keys. I peeped that there are keys in almost every depiction that I've seen of the Hierophant. So it gives me like keys to your own heaven, keys to your own kingdom, keys to your own life. Like, you are the key to your success. You are the key to your happiness. You are the key to your failures too. But failures are just learning lessons. And I feel like the Hierophant is somebody who's not afraid to fail, or who has failed and like learned from their lessons, or learned from their mistakes rather. So there's that. I noticed that they're both in red, so I feel like they're pretty grounded. Like red, ooh geez, red represents the what is it, the root chakra. So they give me like grounded vibes, or like being stable in knowledge, being grounded in knowledge, rooted in something. So I feel like they're rooted in their ideals or their beliefs or whatever their viewpoints are. And yeah, that's pretty much what I get from the Hierophant, honestly. So I would love to hear what you have to say about the Hierophant, Marilia. And then I'll share some affirmations I have for the Hierophant, and then we can read what the tarot guide says about it, and that will kind of do it for me for the Hierophant. And then if we have time, we can pull another card, or work on another card, or we can wrap it up, depending. Or did you have anything that you wanted to know on these ones, on these Hierophants? I really like the crowns in both pictures. They're both holding like different, I don't really know what to call these, like staffs or whatever these are in their hands. They're both holding something different. But I did note that they both have flower crowns in her hair. But I feel like the crowns just represent a lot of wisdom, knowledge, and royalty. But hold on. Because I accepted this invite. Okay, here we go. Yay! Hey.
Hi. I'm a mess. I just got out of work, but I did want to come on because this was my suggestion. So let me get myself together here.
Okay.
So what I was thinking with the Hierophant, and when I get it and I'm doing like any kind of like readings, because I'm like sort of new to this, I kind of think like first let me show you, because I took them out of 3 different decks. And they're all kind of different. And you know what was really kind of cool about this?
That
was this one right here in the Pride deck that I have is actually called, let me get there we go, is actually called the Messenger.
Oh, I love that.
I got to find somewhere to be where, sorry, you guys are going to go on a trip with me. We're going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky. Little Einstein's gonna find a place where I can go, and I cannot find a place where I can go. Oh God, I'm acting like it's just me and you. Hi everybody. Oh no, crazy. Okay, anyway, let's see if you can see better there.
I love that that's called the Messenger. It gives me like prophet vibes.
And like, whenever I see this, depending on what it comes out with and what I'm feeling energetically, I kind of feel like, and I may be wrong, but like I kind of feel like the Hierophant is like, you know, upright is kind of like, this is the way that everybody feels. This is, you know, like if it's the Bible or whatever you feel, this is the traditional way. You have to feel this way because this is how everybody feels, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's seeped in tradition, and you just, that's how you do things. And like, I feel like if it's in reverse, it's like you're using your own ideas, you have a new take on things, you're you know,
That's fact.
you're not gonna go with everybody the way everybody else thinks.
That's fact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I may be completely wrong about that. That's kind of how.
Absolutely right. And I forgot to mention that. I'm happy that you did, because the Hierophant is about structure and tradition and order and like things like being a certain way. And you're absolutely right. When it is reverse, like it's usually somebody who has their own ideals, or somebody who's doing things their own way, or something that's unconventional to the norm, to what everybody's doing.
Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. Then I'm kind of doing it right, because I never want to like tell somebody the wrong thing, but that's depending on like what I actually feel when I'm talking to a person. When I'm telling them what their cards are, I'll feel something else. But like whenever I see the Hierophant, that's the first thing I think, and it feels like it's sort of more mysterious than it actually is. Let's see, who's that? Oh yeah, there it is. This is the Red Fairy deck.
That's a cool card.
See, you see how it's like traditional religion, like
I like that.
Like this reminds me of like, you know, the church that I grew up in, like Catholic church. It's like sit kneel stand. You have literally a script.
Right.
It's all, you know, not saying that any religion is better or worse than any other one.
Right.
Everybody believe what you want to believe, but you know, yeah, this feels very structured and very conformist. And I kind of feel like this is, you know, if it comes out like this, it's like, okay, whatever you're feeling that you believe, go with that. Yeah. Go with your gut. Go with what you believe. You don't have to conform. You don't have to be what everybody else is or what someone tells you to be. You don't always have to be like, okay, we sit, kneel, and stand every other verse, or just rejoice in whatever way you want to.
I really like that card. That type of like art isn't really like what I would call my style, but I really love that card. The one that you just had up with the
Red Fairy. Here, I'll get it again.
With the church looking one. And I really like that you said like order and structure, because looking at that card with that same kind of idea, I can't tell if those are people in the background, but it looks like they're falling in line, literally.
Well, they're all sitting in pews, just like we are all wearing the same thing. Yeah, we are all talking the same way. Right. We all say, you know, yeah. It feels like almost army-ish.
And then I really also like that this is the first Hierophant depiction I've seen with the leader with their back to the camera or the audience, or the, like, you know, us. So I think that that's really significant too, in the sense that like a lot of people feel like they turn away from these things, or they turn away from tradition. Like usually most spiritual people I know have turned away from whatever they were raised in or brought up in, whatever like cult, sect, religion, belief that they were raised in, to pretty much create their own, or to make their own, or to follow their just soul. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's really significant too, in the sense that I don't know about everybody else, but when I didn't grow up in a Catholic church. I don't even know what to call my church. They said it was non-denominational. I don't really even know what that means. but like, I never felt like the church actually cared about like the people. And even then, it's like you're not promoted to be yourself, do things that you believe in. Like anytime you have anything contrary to what the norm is, outcasted.
Speaking of which, sorry.
No, please.
No, speaking of which, I just wanted to make sure while I was talking about that I'm on the Ten of Cups one instead of just
Oh, are you?
Instead of my regular one, because my regular Instagram is like everybody, but I'm on the Ten of Cups one, so we're good.
Okay, cool. What's up, Lena? Legendary
Lena.
Live. We talking about the Hierophant, but yeah, like I feel like most people I know, most spiritual people I know, turn their backs on on whatever they were raised in or grew up in, because again, like, it's too conforming to what their soul is calling them to do. And then I feel like that's a really big struggle in a lot of people's lives when they do turn away from that tradition or their religion or whatever they were brought up in. Like, I feel like the Hierophant can also represent like family structure and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's not just religion too. I feel like it's like any kind of conformity. Like, like you have to think this way.
Right.
You have to think this way because our entire family has thought this way every single day. This is what we've always done. This feels like a sort of like a set in your ways too type thing. Like a group is set in their ways and wouldn't be open to any change. Like it kind of all depends on whatever other cards come out with it. My cat, oh my God, AC. Can you move? He's literally standing on the cards. Anyway, and he's got, there's his tail. There he is.
Trust me.
Yeah, he's.
How it go? I already know.
AC, can you please get your ass out of here? Thank you. Anyway, respectfully.
Gotta throw that in there.
But like just any kind of way like that. And I think I have, let's see, what this is the Pride deck. And again, this is called the Messenger, but it says AKA the Hierophant. So let's see what this one looks like. And see, this one kind of looks more like if you're standing at a rally.
I love that depiction too, because it's the first time, first of all, I've seen the Hierophant standing up. Because all the depictions I have of the Hierophant, and even the two you just showed previously, they were all sitting down. So I like that this person is standing up. It gives me like, it doesn't even give me tradition. It gives me like standing up for yourself, standing up for what you believe in, like standing up for a cause, like the people, like a message. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though some politicians be shady, because they do look politician-esque, and I don't know if that's because they're at a podium, and that's the only type of people I usually see at a podium. But like, you could be a teacher at a podium, you could be a politician at a podium. Like, I don't know what else you could be at a podium, like a regular person giving I don't know, a luncheon.
Just think, because this is the Pride deck, that this is probably someone rallying for women's rights, which, yay. But like that's what I'm feeling, like somebody rallying, like, because I know it's like conformist and traditional, but this, I feel like this would almost be like someone, you know, this one would be someone, you know, going against that and standing up, like you said, standing up against conformity.
Against conformity. So you feel like in the upright, it's conforming still.
It's supposed to be, but I don't know why in this one it just feels like I just feel the energy of her like trying to make change, which would be completely the opposite of what a Hierophant would be.
Like the upright of that one feels like the reverse of this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sure. So I mean, like, it confuses me a little bit, and like when I'm doing it, and I do pull the Hierophant card sometimes, but depending on what deck, like the picture throws me off because I know what I'm supposed to be. I know what the basic thing is. But she always looks to me like she's like rallying for good, which is in a form conformity. You want, like, it's like trying to change traditions.
Right.
So you're trying to conform people in a different way, but it's not a bad conformity, I guess. I've always thought of conformity as a bad thing, but I guess like if we could change people's minds, that would become the tradition.
That's true. That's true.
And I feel like she's trying to change people's minds or find like-minded people to all be in the same place and feel good that they all feel the same thing. So I guess conformity is like, I would even think like feeling the same thing would be conformity as well, but not in the traditional sense that people think. I don't know. This is why I asked about this card, because I always kind of get tripped up a little bit.
No, I love
Let's see what
that
this one
card.
looks like. AC, can you please get off of my cards?
LOL.
Bye.
Two things.
Respectfully,
Two things
dude.
I want to note. One, when you read cards, you or anybody else do not have to read whatever is traditional or whatever is the norm when it comes to cards. Like I really like to encourage intuitive reading. So whatever it is that you do get from the cards, because they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? And then we all go through various emotions. We all have various experiences. So it's like whenever we all see the same picture, we're going to see it from different angles. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get different outcomes. So I feel like we should embrace that. So I feel like the basic, I want to say, or the original ideals of each card is that person's perception of what, yeah, like it's a guide, it's a template, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not something that we have to read by, you know what I'm saying? So that's
right.
And then two, the word conformity means compliance with standards, rules, or laws, or compliance with practices of the Church of England specifically.
Oh, okay. So then I obviously do not know what the actual word conformity is. There it is in the Bones deck. My favorite deck. My favorite. Which is kind of the same, but it's skulls, and I love skulls.
I still got the two people at the bottom. I can't see if it has the keys. Does it have keys at the bottom? No keys. I don't see no keys. Do you see any keys?
I gifted the deck to someone, so this is the book.
Oh, okay. Well, no worries. But I don't see any keys at the bottom, because that one does look like a new deck. But the only difference that I see between that one and like the traditional ones, like the two ones that are sitting in front of me, is that these ones have keys and that one doesn't have any keys. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the keys are one of my favorite parts of the Hierophant card, because again, it just
is that him holding a key?
Is it? Or is
Could
that
be.
this thing? I don't know what this is.
I can't see that. I can't see it.
I'm not sure what this thing is called, but I see him holding this thing.
Oh no, it's a scepter. It's a scepter of some sort.
Scepter? Is that what that shit is called? A scepter.
I don't know what it's called.
That sounds right. That sounds like it's ringing some bells in my head somewhere. But okay. My favorite of all of the ones that you showed is the one from the project. And if you could show that one more time, because it's something I want to note. And like,
which one?
The one.
Which one did you want? The red fairy or the pride one? Oh, the messenger. Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess that would make sense as the messenger and not the Hierophant, like, because she's sending a message. It's a little different because
message. I love that there are people in the crowd, and it's like you can see their signs. So it's like she's sending a message, and then like other people are sending their messages, or other people are having their voices heard too, or like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we don't see that in any other depiction. It's more like a just listening, or like a subservient position, or like, you know, like a learning position. But in this picture, it's like everybody's saying something, but it's like one person at a time type thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Who has the podium, who has the stick, like the little talking stick that people be doing. And then it's like, this person has a platform right now, but it's like they all have something to say. And it's like, even if they're not saying it, it's like being shown. Like, you could see what people are thinking and feeling. Like, you could see their beliefs. You could see their ideals. Because even when you go to like a rally or a protest or any of these things where people are, you know, like, what is the word? Like advocating for something. When people have like, if you have one sign, that's what you put on that sign is very intentional. You're not about to walk around with 30 signs. Like, you will have one sign that says something that's very impactful to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, that's your ideal, that's your belief that you're like projecting into the world. So I feel like not only is she, I can't see if it's a woman or a man, but okay, I see her now. Not only is she like speaking.
Oh my goodness. Wow, it looks like my sister. My sister is
wow, really?
a member of the school board, and she's like the voice
Wow.
for the people. Oh my God, this reminds me so much of my sister.
Wow. I can see that because her hair reminds me of your hair. So I can picture your sister's hair looking like your hair.
Oh my God, that reminds me of my sister. Huh.
Okay. That's cool. School
This
board?
feels more like activism, more like an AOC type vibe.
That's definitely the most radical Hierophant I've ever seen.
And then I was gonna grab my glasses because I can't.
What's
And
up,
I'm gonna say
Prada?
can't not put it.
Legendary
Huh?
time. Welcome to the live. Prada hopped in the live.
Hey,
Prada.
I'm trying to find my glasses. So continue talking there.
So we are talking about the
Hi.
Hierophant tonight. The Hierophant is about traditions. Like, let me read the tarot.
I can't see it.
It's somewhere. Already 8:30. Let me see.
And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find them. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Gonna find my glasses because I'm 48 and I can't see without them.
Marilia. LOL. So the Hierophant, and according to the tarot guide, okay, traditional tarot, so their card looks like this guy.
Mm-hmm.
It means traditional institutions, traditional values, something conventional, conformity. So we definitely use the word. Marriage, commitment, religion, beliefs, and knowledge sharing. And in the reverse, this card actually doesn't have that much. Like usually I'd be scrolling with all the detail they give per card, but this card doesn't have that much detail. In the reverse, it means challenging.
Oh yes, so much better.
Oh, nice.
Camera too.
Unconventional
All right.
lifestyles, unconventional relationships, reversed roles, and nonconformity. So actually, that's probably why in your Pride deck that the Hierophant upright feels like the Hierophant reversed, because the Hierophant reversed, this one means unconventional relationships, and you're saying they're advocating for like rights,
Yeah.
like rights, gay rights,
She
like all
feels like this.
right.
Like this actually feels like this.
That's pretty cool. I love that they did that, especially because that deck is themed. And because of that theme, it's like telling a different story. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I love when people are intuitive when it comes to tarot. Because like, even when you create your own deck and you like channel your own like experiences into what it is, it's like you get to show that in a new way. So you get to show being unconventional in a new way. You get to show tradition in a new way. Like, which tradition to you, what traditions are you breaking, quote unquote breaking? What traditions are you creating for your others? You know?
That's cool.
I think that's
so this
cool.
one. Oh.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I put my glasses on because I bought this deck when I was first learning. Okay. And it tells you like everything. It's got like a big old, it tells you like what sign it's in, you know, because I'm a nerd. Yeah, I geek out, so I had to get the geek deck to begin with.
No, that's cool.
I got all geeky with it because I really wanted to learn it, because if I'm going to like, you know, I can go with my intuition and know what I feel, and what I feel when it's a certain person. I'll feel something and I'll just say what I'm saying. I can't say that I remember anything that I'm saying because it's usually channeling, but like this kind of gave me a really good idea so that when something hit me, I would know how to tie it in. Right. Let me read it, and again, I'm going to have to go somewhere where there's a lot of light because I'm... Oh, Erica Mason is live. Okay, so upright, it says, Jesus. The Hierophant signifies a formal figure of a religious organization. The right hand is raised as an act of benediction, and their left hand carries a triple cross associated traditionally with the Pope. Beneath the figure is two, it's in brown writing, two acolytes. I did not I went to Sunday school, but I don't know what an alkalite is.
Girl,
I can't read it. Denoting the transfer of sacred knowledge. That is deep. It's very deep.
I agree.
The Hierophant in an upright position is telling you to embrace the conventional and follow the rules. Stay the course and avoid attempts at innovation.
Damn.
So the opposite of me in general,
right.
Ever at all.
Like,
okay.
Kind of shit.
Yeah. No. Ooh. Ooh, my art's in the background. Okay, shout out to my art in the background, though. Shout out to my art in the background, though.
Shout out to
Tell me those are the most awesome things. Those are my new ones.
Nice. Congrats. They look cool.
Ta-da.
The color.
Yes. Tell me that isn't the most awesome thing. Okay, anyway. Had to show off my art there a little bit. Yeah, there's two more over here, too. Da-da-da. 1 and 2.
Oh, those are nice.
Love it. Am I crazy? Okay, so I'm going to read the in reverse because this was my geeking out deck, and I love it. I love it because it does kind of give you more of an idea. So, Hierophant reversed. Let's get back under the light because I need it. You've lost control, and you've been seeking more flexibility. Even if that means the new approach is unconventional, you may be defying social norms and questioning traditions. Rebellion, subversiveness, rejection of values. Those were the key words, and the key words in upright was religion, ethics, tradition, marriage, education. Reversed was rebellion, subversiveness, rejection of values, which that sounds a lot more like me.
Right.
Like I guess if there were a card, that would be me. Ooh, total difference when I take the glasses off.
I feel that.
Is that me? I can't tell. Wow.
Girl, it's you. But yeah, I feel that. I feel that 100%. Like, I definitely feel like the Hierophant in reverse. So to hear, like, the upright meaning, I'm just like, it makes me cringe a little bit. Like follow the, like, I don't really know how to word it.
But I mean, like, sometimes following the rules, I guess, is a good thing. I guess if you would have to. Like, sometimes we do have to follow the rules, where, I mean, I can't say that I love to do that. But sometimes, like, when you're following the rules and you're following tradition, there is, God, no, I can't even say it. Sometimes there is like a, words. There's a good to that, a good to like following, like some of the Filipino traditions that my mother followed, I followed just because of her. Okay, I can tie it in right now. Some of the things that we do as mystics or whatever you want to, whatever your word for how you feel and what you feel in this spiritual journey you're on, we follow rituals or traditions, you know.
That's fine.
Blowing the cinnamon into the front door and the first of the month to bring in abundance and everything. Affirmations. We're following something, a practice, if you will, of conformity. Other people do exactly the same thing. Sometimes we don't even know why. We just know it feels good when we do it, and it's what everybody else has told us to do. So we also do it in the hopes that we get the same thing out of it that they're telling us that we should get. If you blow cinnamon through your front door and you say a certain thing or you intend a certain thing, abundance and prosperity will come into your home. Do I know that? Did I make that up myself? No, I'm following a tradition of sorts. Right. So maybe that's a way to look at it, is like even this, what we do, like tarot, it's all tradition. Like just tarot in itself is like, okay, this is kind of what it is. The Hierophant means this. did we make that up? No, we're following a tradition. So that kind of just came to me. That just kind of downloaded to me that like that everybody follows a certain conformity of a norm. I mean, what are rituals?
You're absolutely right. And
Those come down from centuries, centuries and centuries and centuries, and we trust it. Right. We trust it with everything in our absolute souls. Right. So I guess I think of conformity as like, you know, you do this and you say this, but there is a good conformity. I mean, just tarot alone, us alone, that's a conformity in itself.
Yeah. I feel
not a religious one though. I guess like some people would call it a religion, but I don't. I don't like to put that word on it because I came from a religion that was very, you know, stifling, and spirituality feels not stifling at all. It feels like my heart grows 10 sizes every time that I feel spiritual. That's a whole difference from what I came from. So I don't feel like that's a conformity, but it is, if you think about it. That's a different way to look at it.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. And I'm actually very happy that you said that because that's something I did not consider. And I agree.
I didn't either
and I feel
until right
like
now.
the Hierophant then to me now is more about finding the ideals or things that you can conform to, that your soul agrees with, or that your soul aligns with, or that's for you.
Yes.
So it's like, if you're trying to like immerse yourself in something that's not for you, you might not want to follow those rules. Like you might not want to be a part of that, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? But like people who like, I don't really vibe with Christianity, but I know a lot of people that do, where it's like they get the same kind of principles and ideals, but their spirit is calling them to that sect, I'll say. And I don't really think tarot is a religion. Also, I agree with that too. I don't think it's a religion.
I don't think it's a religion either. I don't think any mystic or spirituality is a religion more than it's more than it's.
Time, I feel like it's a tool, and
feels good.
Like it's something to be used to.
Speaks to my soul.
Yeah, like it's something you use to just communicate with yourself. To me, like to connect with spirit, connect with the collective consciousness by just reading the energy that you are intending to read. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel about tarot. And then again, it's like, you don't even really need tarot to tap in though. And that's what a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? But I personally love tarot because I love the cards. Like honestly, I love the cards. I love the illustration. I love the depictions. And I love to hear what other people see when we all see the same picture, because again, like we all come from different backgrounds and experiences, and we can all see the same picture and see a bazillion different things. So that's why I particularly like tarot, but you don't need tarot to tap into collective energy. So I love what you said.
I'm like a year and a half into any of this. Like I come from a completely different era and a completely different mindset and setting. Like I say a million times, my door didn't open until a year and a half ago, and now I kind of feel like universe waited until I could understand, not be conformist enough to buck this system, because I always had a system, even though I didn't believe in it.
Right.
It was the only one I knew. And now that I know who I really am, this is it. And this is what makes me feel after 48 years, the most me I've ever felt. It's almost as if I tapped into my old selves.
Wow.
Like my past selves. Like there's a past me that's sitting there going, girl, you know this. Open that door. You know this. You can. This is not new to you.
Right.
You just need to open up your mind from your past life. This was who you were. Right. Welcome back. You know, and it's. I can't call that a religion. Really.
I agree. That's something. I'm like, I don't even know. I don't
it's
even
more of an
really
intuition
thing. Like, I don't call myself a mystic, a star seed, a this, a that. Like, I don't usually give myself those labels. Like, I just call myself myself, because I feel like we're always evolving, we're always changing, we're always meant to do and be different things depending on whatever it is that we're experiencing or going through or intending at that time. So I don't even know what to call myself. I just feel like I am myself. Like, whatever I am in that moment, in that time. Like, sometimes I'm sad, so I am sad. Sometimes I'm happy, so I am happy. Sometimes I'm fearless, so I'm fearless. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
would
am.
agree. I would agree.
This flame is a little bit too high.
100%.
Sorry. This flame.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. It's already. But yeah. Hold on. I need to trim this wick because I hate when the flame is too high.
I'm kind of holding this tablet because it's my tablet and not my phone. I don't have my thing, so I am gonna hop off. I feel like you definitely. Thank you for taking my suggestion, because that card and Temperance are the two that trip me up when I get cards that are coming out and I'm like reading for someone. Those two are the ones that kind of trip me up because I second guess myself. I mean, I look at the card and then I take my intuition and what I'm feeling, but like the actual word tripped me up. I'm going to say it in the past tense. Tripped me up, but it doesn't anymore, because it's one of those things, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, in school, we would have to write essays about like a pickle, and I would do a dissertation on cucumbers, and I would do a dissertation on pickles and where they came from and how they became pickles from cucumbers. And they're like, we don't want that, we just want this. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't get from here to here. That's how I feel about Temperance. That's how I feel about the Hierophant. I feel like I'm not reading the right into it, but I am. I just second guess myself. That's all it was.
I feel like that's usually the case, because again, like, the same card has different meanings depending on whatever it is that you are experiencing at that time, whatever energy you are in, whatever energy that is around. You know what I'm saying? So again, that same card.
I'm going to trust that.
Yeah, like that same card has many different meanings. So it's like that overall ideal, like you said, is like that basis. Like, it, whatever it is dealing with structure, dealing with conformity, is dealing with, you know, like religion or beliefs. I want to say beliefs over religion. I think I'm going to use that word with this card more. Like, whatever your beliefs are, your belief system is, your ideals are. I feel like that's like leans towards, because like you said before, like, it doesn't have to just be like spirituality. It doesn't have to just be religion. Like, it can apply to all aspects of your life, where you have certain traditions around love. You have certain traditions around friendship. You have certain.
Exactly what it says. Traditions, ethics, religion, marriage, education. I kind of feel like it's like, this is what we've always learned, 2 + 2 = 4, and da da da. And then like in reverse, it's kind of like, you know, there's another way.
Right.
There's always another way to get to the same conclusions. Yes. There's always another way. So it's not just, you know, okay, I can't use this one because this feels like a burst. But
I love that card.
I do. I love it too. I love it too. So like this one, it's like, okay, you sit and you'll stand, 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 you say this, and then there's a cookie cutter response. And that's how you do it. Every time. Yeah. No fail. Don't stray from the norm.
Yeah, I am not with that. I'm not lying.
There's another way, and believe, as long as you feel a certain way, believe what you want to believe. If it works for you, and it's what are the words? For the good of all and the harm of none. You know,
I heard that saying, for the good of all, or the harm of none.
And the harm of none. You know, like, just if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. There's another way to do things. It reminds me a lot of, like, okay, I know I keep saying my age, but I say it because it has to be said. So So like I'm 48. So as a lead teacher, when I was teaching, I had 20-year-olds and stuff like that, where there were certain things that I was Hierophant. This is the way I've always done it. I've been doing this for 11 years. I know exactly what I'm doing. This is the tried and true way. And then someone comes in who has fresh, new, wonderful ideas, fresh, new ideas, totally has a different way. It's going to work if you just give it a try. Just try it. Just try it. And I'm like, nope, this is how it's always been. This is the way that it's always been. And I don't want your new ideas because I'm also Gen X and you're a millennial and you're, that's not music. So I would buck this in order to be this. But in the end, when I got my head out of my ass and listened to Hierophant in reverse, I realized there is another way. And if you listen to other people's ideas, sometimes the traditional way, the way you've always done something for 11 years, and then you're like, somebody comes in with a life hack and is like, hey, no, there's a life hack to that. Right. And you're like, oh my God, really?
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna be, I'm around here now a little bit.
Right.
You know?
I feel
so I can see the Hierophant in so many different ways now. And that really is going to help in my readings because I can see it in so many different ways other than, you know, I always kind of thought of it as like, other traditional religion.
I did too. I'm not going to lie. I did too. I always felt like
I got a better idea of it. So I'm glad that we do these, you know, learning a little more about the cards and talking with other people about the cards because it really does give me a different idea. And that's going to help a lot in reading. So
I agree.
Your twerking work is working. No, your twerking work is working. I have nothing to twerk, so I'm not going to try and twerk. I have leg tops. I do not have a butt, so I'm not going to twerk, but I am working.
I'm working on my butt. I've been doing
working. I'm not going to twerk. Nobody wants to go blind. So.
What's up, Tanya? Girl, Legendary Time. Welcome to the live.
Hey, Tanya.
Hi. Hey,
I think Natalia was in here, and I believe I remember Natalia from when I was doing one card pulls for a little bit. Oh. I'm not sure if that's the same person. So, hi. Either way.
What's up, Natalia? But yeah, so I agree, and I want to thank you for saying that because, and I also want to thank you for even picking this card because what we just like discussed and talked about definitely gave me like whole new views and outlooks on the Hierophant too, and I really appreciate it because this was one of those cards where I agree. Like I felt like it was that like traditional by the book, follow the book type, follow the rules type thing, and or like just a spiritual leader is like the only thing I could say or think of. And I'm just really, really grateful to have had this session because to expand that to beliefs across the board, like really, truly changes everything.
It does for me too, and I'm glad we could do this because I really had a very stagnant, single way to look at this card too. And like in having this conversation, it really did help. It really did help a lot because there's a whole different way that I'm looking at this now.
Me too.
Especially with this one because it's like, oh, is she this? Is she that? Is she
definitely like
she's this but upright?
She's definitely Hierophant in reverse, and I love it.
I love it too. Oh, something just happened. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna hop off because my arm is just dying holding this thing up.
I feel that. I feel that, girl. But I remember I had to hold my iPad up one live, and that shit was just not working for me. So I am gonna share this.
And I keep touching something.
I made for the Hierophant.
I touched it again.
What's up, Michelle?
All right, I'm gonna go before I touch things more, and then it gets ooh, my art. There's more art. There you go. There's side note to all my art.
She has a lot of art.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. Nice. If you're looking for the artist, it is Emmy Buzz. But anyway, okay, I'm going to go.
All right. Thank you, Marilia, for sharing.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
So I am, before we wrap it up, because we got like 4 more minutes. Oh, hey, honey. Welcome back.
Hey, thank you.
So, oh, boy. All right. So I am going to share these affirmations I made for the Hierophant for anybody that's interested in channeling this energy. I'm also going to make this into a video, and I'm going to add some new ones for real, because like I said, Marilia, shout out to you again for like expanding my mind on the Hierophant and like, you know, what it could possibly mean. So I do want to add to these affirmations, but I'm going to share with y'all what I have. And if y'all have any affirmations for the Hierophant, send them to me, let me know, and I can include them in the video. So I'm not really going to number them. I'm just going to say them. I uphold my sacred values and question the traditions that no longer serve me. I am my own spiritual authority, and I make wise spiritual decisions. I am a spiritual leader of myself and others. I have the keys to my heaven on earth. My experiences are highly valued. I use them to learn and to teach others. My crown is full of knowledge. I am a walking library. I have all the counsel I seek within. I believe in myself and my vision. I am highly valued. I am deserving of my seat at the table. I always have high contributions. My voice is powerful. When I speak, life listens. No matter what it looks like around me now, I trust my spiritual process. I have the power to nourish the spirit. I believe in myself to make the best decisions. My words are spiritual gems enriching the spirit. I am highly compensated for my contribution to evolving life. I am confident in my abilities to communicate my ideas. I am committed to making my ideas reality. I balance my spirituality and practicality. I embrace and transmute labels placed on me because of my beliefs. I am integral to my commitments. I embody peace and unity. People around the world are increasing in value because of my presence. I am a master student and teacher. Where am I? I am passionate about my beliefs. I am not afraid to make commitments. I believe in my abilities to honor my word. I practice what I preach. I am consistent with my spiritual practice. I harness and use my energy for the good of all. My legendary reputation precedes me. My name, work, and legacy are being positively spoken in places I have not entered yet. It is easy for my audience to find me. My audience is committed to loving and supporting me throughout my spiritual journey and process. Unlocking deeper spiritual levels of myself is inspiring others to find their keys too. I set healthy boundaries to not overextend myself. So, those are the affirmations I have for the Hierophant. Dang, that was a whole hour. Okay, so we are not doing any other cards tonight. So that's what I have for us today for this Twerk Work session. Again, thank you so much, Marilia, for joining and for sharing. I really appreciate it. I'm like, damn, I wish we had this yesterday because we definitely got the Hierophant today in the reading. I wonder if we're going to get it again anytime soon. But if we do, I'm excited to see what I channel at that time now with this new knowledge and experience. So shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that joined us tonight. Okay, if you missed it, you already know, bless you. It will be on Patreon tonight. I'm uploading it tonight. What's up, Yanni? Legendary Time Girl. Welcome to the live. Now you walked out the room. Let me stop. but yeah. So thank everybody. And if y'all have any cards that y'all want to talk about, Marilia, I know you mentioned temperance. So if you want, we can do temperance next week, or we can do another card, whichever y'all want to do. So everybody, just let me know if anybody has any questions on cards. I'm starting to do more research and to be a little bit more prepared for these sessions. So if nobody requests any cards, I'm gonna just, yes sir, hey, I'm gonna just kind of make my own tarot curriculum / learning for myself. Hold on, boy, respectfully, I didn't ask you what's up like 3 times. You're not about to stand at the door and scream. Find something else to do. Respectfully, of course. Thank you. Okay. But yeah, let somebody else pick. Well, if anybody else has any cards that they want to do, let me know. If not, we can either just pick random cards, or when I have some time, I do want to sit down and like be very intentional with some of these so that I can give as much value as possible that I can contribute. So I would love, love for more people to participate, but I'm not trying to pressure nobody. So either way, we're gonna make it work. Either way, we're gonna learn. Either way, we're gonna figure it out. So let's see. Tanya says temperance will be great. Okay, great. Because honestly, I'm kind of glad that we're doing temperance next week because Yanni, that's her favorite card, and she just probably would feel some type of way if I did not allow her to speak on temperance, because temperance, shout out to all my Sages, that is Sag energy. So shout out to you too, Tanya. Okay, temperance is Sag energy. So we'll get our Sages in the building and we can discuss Sag gang. So that's what I have for us tonight. I'm gonna do my shout outs, wrap it up. So shout out Marilia. Thank you for joining, girl. You already know I love you. I appreciate you more than words can express. Thank you. Okay. You are a blessing in my life and you already know. Shout out Tanya. Okay, girl, same. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, shout out Yanni. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out Michelle. Legendary Time. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out Natalia. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out Prada. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. And lastly but not least, shout out Lena, the gangsta. Okay, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. So until next time, you are truly legendary. I love you, and I will see you later.